Please stop and watch this before you hire a PR team or a publicist to promote your music. I beg you. I have a new song coming out in about a month or so, and we looked at hiring a PR team to do some work, and it was about $2,500 just for the month. They kind of did the price juxtaposition where, hey, it's normally this amount, where it was like $5,000-6,000, but we'll do it for here. That's called price juxtaposition, first of all, okay? Where they say a higher price and then they quote a lower price so that they tell you the higher price first. So when they tell you the lower price, it doesn't seem like it hits so hard. Okay, so that's number one first. And the second thing I want to say is, like, you never, that's just the first number. You can always negotiate, all right? So that's the first thing you need. You need to always know you can negotiate the price and really get down to what it is a company is going to do for you to promote your music. And this is the thing I want to say is, number one, you can probably promote the song yourself. For this situation with me, it was a mix of radio and PR and hitting up people. And I'm not saying it wasn't worth it. I'm not saying I won't ever do it. But the point is, why can't I, and that's what we are doing, is building the relationship with some of these strategic people at radio or at press or Spotify playlists, etc., which we actually already do have, which is kind of why I didn't pull the trigger on this thing, because I can send out emails too. I can Google up people's names. I can mail packages to people and build the relationship. I can DM people. But you know what the problem is? Most of y'all are lazy. And you'd rather spend thousands of dollars just right off and just delegate. I'll just spend the thousands of dollars, and yet you think those people are going to care about your music career as much as you are. You got to be kidding me. And this is why you need to take control and be in the driver's seat and be willing to build those relationships, because you're not just having those relationships through them, through that person. That means you always got to go through them to get to that person, as opposed to you going right to the gatekeeper themselves. You build the relationship, you're super cool with them, you got their email, their phone, their mobile, and you've got that relationship for life as long as you treat it well. All right, and you're not always just hitting them up when you need a favor, but maybe you're sending them, checking in and sending them packages, because you know some of those relationships, especially if it's a big blog, big playlist, big radio station, big music video outlet, wherever the premiere is, social influencer, doesn't matter. The fact that you've got the relationship is key. All right? And if you don't want to send the emails out yourself and you don't want to do it, number two is ask your friend, ask a family member, your bandmate, get them involved and get your friends and family to help. Pay them something. Say, hey, I want to hit up these people, these people, these people. I'll create an account. You can either use my email or use support at whatever, or contact at whatever your domain is. Set up your domain, set up an email specifically for that account, and then have somebody send all those emails out for you. And if you can't get a friend to help you, a family member to do it, or a bandmate, and in a band, if you're in a band and everyone's splitting the revenue, then everybody should be splitting the responsibilities and work, okay? But if you can't get that to work, then even cheaper is hire a VA, which is number three, a virtual assistant. Okay, you can hire someone on Upwork, you can hire someone on Fiverr, you can hire someone on onlinejobs.ph. There's so many different places where you can get a great VA that can literally look up all kinds of contacts. I've had people look up, radio stations for me, all kinds of stuff. But then it's like you write the emails, just write the template email for them, and then just have them look up the contacts and change the name. And then just fire out all those emails. Your time is probably better spent than sending out emails, am I right? You could be writing another hit song. You could be working with another producer, another remixer or something like that. But your time is valuable. And so you want to delegate those tasks out to people that you don't want to do. And you can get someone for really cheap. Okay, you don't have to be paying someone thousands of dollars. And then guess what you've done then? Once you've get someone to look up all those contacts, what are you doing? You're building your database of contacts. You're building your database, your contact list. So when you do have a new album, you do have a new song, a new music video, you got your press release, okay? Instead of you paying someone thousands of dollars to just do the one email blast to the contacts, yes, and again, they might have the relationships, but most of the time I see it, it's like they have their, a lot of these, PR publicist companies, they have their few key relationships with certain places, and they get the feature for you, but they say they're sending it out to thousands, but they only end up getting their like 4 or 5 features. Well, you can look up the contacts for all those thousands of, contacts as well too, but they can be specific to your genre. Like, do you want to just be sending out thousands of contacts to country, but yet you got an EDM record? Or you've got this new awesome, South Coast hip hop record, and you're sending it to like all this like, super indie, eclectic kind of rap stuff? Or do you want it to be specific for that even style in that genre that's best fitted? And why do I say that? Because I've hit up certain hip hop blogs to promote my music, and they're like, nah, you're probably a better fit in here. We only feature this type of hip hop. Okay? So that's how specific it gets. And so you gotta decide, like, look, don't just be so quick to throw your money away and just put your career in the hands of people that are never going to care about your career as much as you do. Take the reins and go for it. Hey music artist, it looks like you haven't downloaded a copy of my book Spotify Profits yet, showing you how I got 12.2 million streams and 100,000 followers on Spotify without a record label and without having to go on tour anymore. This thing reads like a magazine. It's going to show you how to hack that Spotify algorithm, how to release your songs in order so that you get the best chance of getting on those editorial playlists, how I collaborate with other artists, but most importantly, how to build that email list so that you can monetize your music. This will work for any genre, works wherever you live, does not matter. We live in a global singles economy, and now is your time to grow your Spotify following. Click the link in this video to download a copy today.